is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They begin on the ground with Kamara.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. To throw, Winston. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Saints had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do...
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. To throw is Brady. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Nice play there by Russell Gage, who left Atlanta but didn't leave the NFC South, where he signed to join Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What a luxury for him to be a third receiver for this team. He forms a great trio with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
Completes it again to Gage. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Fournette will get down close to the goal line, but not in, and as he'll be marked down at the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Bucs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. Stuck for the loss by Devin White. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw is Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Winston. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Brady looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 14 yards that time for number 14. Fournette, a first down carry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 7-7, our score after 1. They're going to try and run this with Miller. They find some open field here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Up the gut, Fournette. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Brady forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
On 3rd down, Fournette. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Cameron Brate, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes the score 14-7. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, a breakaway for Michael Thomas. 20. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Winston on the move to his left. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Following the interception, Winston. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
How about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Brady. toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. For the Bucs and Saints, expected to possibly be the two to slug it out for the NFC South title in 2022. The Saints have had the Bucs number pretty much since the arrival of Tom Brady, at least in the regular season. They're 4-0 against Tampa Bay the last two seasons in the regular season. But remember, when Tampa won the Super Bowl, they did defeat New Orleans en route to that title. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll roll him out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Winston. Complete. It's Johnson. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Succop for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Steps away to his left. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Mike Edwards picks it off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. 69 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now they'll throw with Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's a diving catch right side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Winston. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Winston on 3rd and 2. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Winston. Olave holds it in. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Rolling to his right. That is pulled in by Michael Thomas. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And now it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Winston. High throw, but the catch is made. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Throwing. Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Winston now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The kick by Lutz is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He completes it to Olave. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. So the completion good for 6 yards, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
3rd and short yardage. Winston. Olave over the middle. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag, and they'll accept that penalty. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive. And some room to roam now. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Really nice effort and an even nicer stop from Marcus May there.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Fournette running out of the gun. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And brought in by Braid. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. shotgun now for Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Succop. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead now up to 14. Succop now set to kick it off following the made field goal. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Defensively, with this lead in the fourth quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be, don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
Winston's throw caught by Olave. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Buccaneers, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year, and they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.